Hey everyone, here's one of the news stories that you might have missed today. This is really important. Ron Paul on his official Facebook page has issued a dire warning that the immigration reform package supported by John McCain and supported by some on the left as well would have disastrous unintended consequences and would turn America into a place where widespread warrantless surveillance via drones in the sky is possible, and a place where we might need to have a national ID system backed by biometric verification. This is some weird Minority Report stuff, and I just want to read part of his message on Facebook that he posted 4 hours ago. Whenever the federal government decides to reform something, we can be fairly sure that the problem is about to get worse, especially if they call the plan bipartisan. The bipartisan immigration reform proposal launched last week in the U.S. Senate will be no different. The new plan, introduced by Senators McCain and Schumer, would provide a path to citizenship for many of those in the United States illegally. This would only begin after the borders are deemed secure and applicants have paid fees for their legal entry. They must also pay back taxes on their earnings while working here without government permission. Those on a path to citizenship would be subject to background checks and would be monitored while in the U.S. So far it sounds alright, but I want to just read one more paragraph. The devil is in the details, and the details of the McCain plan are deeply disturbing. To secure the borders, he is calling for a massive increase in drones flying over U.S. territory, spying on U.S. citizens along the border, and presumably within the 100-mile, quote, border zone over which the Department of Homeland Security claims jurisdiction. What if these drones detect suspicious activity unrelated to illegal immigration? Imagine the implications for the federal government's disastrous war on drugs. Imagine what's left of the Fourth Amendment completely tossed into the trash can. The privatized prison system in the U.S. that now benefits from the war on drugs and illegal immigration will no doubt look forward to booming business thanks to the army of drones overhead. Additionally, the McCain-Schumer plan calls for a nationwide mandatory E-Verify program which forces employers to act as federal immigration agents and forces American citizens to prove to the government that they are allowed to work. E-Verify is an East Germany-like program that creates a massive federal database of every American citizen and notes whether or not they are permitted to work. As Cato Institute privacy expert Jim Harder noted of E-Verify, potentially tens of thousands of American citizens would come up as a false positive for illegal status, denying them the right to work and forcing them to prove to the government that they are not here illegally. This is bad news all around. Final paragraph, I just want to skip down to this. As I noted in my most recent book, Liberty Defined, much of our immigration problems would be eliminated were the federal government to simply return to sound money practices and end the welfare incentive for individuals to come to the U.S. illegally. Okay, I don't really agree with that, but what I do agree with is this is a bad idea. And typically what governments do when they issue in new tyrannical legislation that takes away more of our rights, they do this by appeasing us. They go, oh, don't worry about it. This isn't about you. We're not doing this for you. This is to stop the illegal immigrants who are crossing our borders. Even though the instances of immigrants coming into the U.S. are actually down drastically due to the slowed down economy, they go, oh, this is just to protect your jobs and to protect, protect our workforce from illegal immigrants undercutting them. Don't worry about it. This isn't about you. But oh yeah, you do have to participate. You do have to join up for our E-Verify national ID service, or you're not going to be able to keep your job. And oh yeah, there are going to be thousands of drones flying over U.S. skies, literally peering into your home to see what's going on inside of your own house. This is scary stuff. We need to pick apart every word of the McCain-Schumer plan, and we can't let this pass until it's fixed. We cannot allow apathy and laziness to rule the day. This is similar to NDAA. This is something where if we don't speak up in time, it's just going to become law, and it's going to become the new reality, similar to the Patriot Act, actually, where it just became law. Everybody assumed it was a good thing. It sounded good, but as Ron Paul says, the devil really is in the details. Thank you. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe here on YouTube so that you'll be one of the first to see when I do new videos and new news updates throughout the week. Follow me on Twitter. That's another way to keep in touch. And also, if you want to go more in depth, I do longer interviews and discussions of today's top political stories over on iTunes. Just search for the David Seaman Hour, and you can subscribe for free there, and all the episodes over there are completely free.